Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You see, life has a way of testing us. It throws curveballs when we least expect them. It places mountains in our paths, not to stop us, but to teach us how to climb. Challenges, they're part of the deal. But here's the good news, they don't define us. How we respond to them. Now, that's where the magic happens. Let me tell you something, every single one of us has faced a moment when the weight of the world felt too heavy. But in those moments, we have a choice. We can let the struggle bury us, or we can rise above. And rising above doesn't mean pretending it's easy. No, it means recognizing that every challenge carries a lesson. It means asking, what can I learn from this? How can I grow? You see, life isn't about avoiding the storm. It's about learning how to dance in the rain. The obstacles you face are not there to stop you, they're there to show you what you're made of. Think about it, diamonds aren't made without pressure, and gold isn't purified without fire. Here's the secret, the way you see the challenge determines the way you face it. If you see it as a roadblock, it'll stop you. But if you see it as a stepping stone, it'll take you higher. You've got to flip the script in your mind. That closed door, it's not rejection, it's redirection. That failure, it's not the end, it's the foundation for your comeback. But let's be real, it's not just about mindset. Faith and hard work, they're non-negotiable. You've got to believe that what you're going through is preparing you for where you're going. And then you've got to put in the work to make it happen. Nothing worth having comes easy, but I promise you, when you look back, you'll see that every struggle was worth it. When you face challenges, remember your purpose. Remember why you started. When the mountain feels too high, let your dreams remind you why you're climbing. Greatness isn't given, it's earned, often in the hardest of moments. And let me leave you with this, the greatest stories of triumph aren't born in comfort. They rise from adversity. They rise from people like you and me who refuse to give up, who turn I can't into I will. So, rise above. Take that challenge, flip it, and turn it into your opportunity. The world is waiting to see what you'll do next. Life has a way of knocking on everyone's door, and it doesn't knock softly. It doesn't care about timing, circumstances, or whether you're ready. Challenges come to us all unexpected, uninvited, and often overwhelming. They show up in the form of setbacks, heartbreak, failures, and fears. It's easy to feel singled out when you're in the thick of it, to think, why me? But here's the truth, struggle is universal. Nobody, no matter how successful, how wealthy, or how put together they seem, is exempt. Now, it's important to acknowledge that facing difficulties is hard. Let's not sugarcoat it. Pain, frustration, and disappointment are real, and they cut deep. Pretending that struggle doesn't hurt doesn't make it go away. There's no shame in admitting that the road has been tough, that you've stumbled, or that you've fallen flat on your face. That's life. That's being human. But let me tell you something else. It's in these moments of struggle that the seeds of transformation are planted. It's in the discomfort, the chaos, and the uncertainty that your strength begins to grow. You don't truly know what you're capable of until you're put to the test. Think about a caterpillar. It doesn't transform into a butterfly in comfort. It struggles pushing against its cocoon, fighting for its freedom. That struggle is what gives its wings the strength to fly. Without it, it would never soar. So let's not deny the difficulty of the journey. Let's acknowledge the weight of the struggle. But let's also remember that struggles are not here to defeat us, they're here to shape us, to challenge us, and ultimately to prepare us for the greatness that lies ahead. Struggle is not the end of the story, it's just the beginning of a powerful chapter. Every challenge carries a lesson, and those lessons are the real treasures hidden within the hardships we face. When we're in the middle of a tough situation, it's easy to focus only on the pain, the frustration, or the setback itself. But if we pause for a moment If we step back and ask ourselves, what can I learn from this? We begin to see challenges in a new light. Life has a way of teaching us, and the lessons often come wrapped in the most unexpected packaging. When we stumble, we learn balance. When we fail, we learn perseverance. When we're pushed to the edge, we discover strength we didn't even know we had. These lessons aren't just given to us, they're earned, often through sweat, tears, and effort. But once learned, they become part of who we are, shaping us into stronger, wiser, and more resilient versions of ourselves. The truth is, lessons don't always come easily. Sometimes they come with heartbreak, disappointment, or even loss. But even in those moments, there's growth. A broken heart teaches us the value of love and self-worth. A missed opportunity shows us the importance of preparation and persistence. A setback forces us to think creatively, to find another way forward. It's not about pretending the struggle doesn't hurt. It's about realizing that the pain has a purpose. Every lesson we learn from a challenge prepares us for what's next. It's as if life is saying, I'm getting you ready. This is part of your training. And the more we embrace these lessons, the more equipped we become to handle whatever comes our way. So, when life knocks you down, don't just get back up, rise with wisdom. Take the lesson with you. Learn from the experience, because that's how you turn obstacles into opportunities. The more you embrace the lessons, the more you'll find that even the hardest moments can become stepping stones to something greater. When you're standing face to face with an obstacle, it can feel like it's the only thing in your world. The weight of it, the size of it, it can seem insurmountable, like it's blocking out all the light. But here's the truth, obstacles are only part of the picture. They may dominate your present, but they don't define your future. The key is to see beyond them, to hold on to a vision of what lies on the other side. This isn't about denying the challenge in front of you. It's about refusing to let it blind you to the possibilities ahead. It's about understanding that every obstacle is temporary, no matter how permanent it may seem in the moment. When you keep your eyes fixed on where you're going, the obstacle becomes just one chapter in your story, not the whole book. Vision is what fuels perseverance. It's what keeps you going when the path gets rough. Think of every great achievement throughout history. It started with someone who could see beyond the struggle, someone who refused to let the present limit their future. The Wright brothers didn't let gravity keep them grounded, they envisioned flight. Rosa Parks didn't let oppression silence her, she envisioned justice. These people didn't ignore their obstacles, they looked beyond them, and in doing so, they changed the world. Having a vision means seeing the potential in yourself, even when the world tells you otherwise. It means believing in your ability to grow, to overcome, and to thrive. Your vision is like a compass. It points you in the right direction and gives you the courage to take the next step, no matter how daunting the journey may seem. So when you're faced with obstacles, don't let them stop you. Let them sharpen your focus. Let them remind you of what you're fighting for. See the bigger picture, the higher purpose, and the brighter future that's waiting for you. Because when you hold on to that vision, no obstacle can stand in your way. It becomes not a barrier, but a test of how deeply you believe in your dreams and how far you're willing to go to achieve them. The way you think about challenges has the power to transform your entire experience of them. Your mindset is like the lens through which you see the world, and that lens determines whether you view challenges as insurmountable barriers or as opportunities waiting to be seized. It's not the obstacles themselves that hold us back, it's how we choose to perceive them. When you encounter a setback, the natural reaction might be frustration or self-doubt. You might think, why is this happening to me? Or I'll never get past this, but what if? Instead, you ask, what is this trying to teach me? Or how can I grow from this? Shifting your mindset doesn't erase the difficulty of the situation, but it does open the door to possibility. It allows you to approach challenges with curiosity instead of fear, with determination instead of despair. This shift isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about recognizing that the very things that seem to be working against you can also be working for you if you let them. A closed door isn't always rejection, it can be redirection. A failure isn't the end of the road, it's a chance to regroup and come back stronger. A struggle isn't a punishment, it's preparation for something greater. Think about how a seed grows. It has to push through the darkness of the soil, through layers of dirt and resistance, to reach the sunlight. That growth doesn't happen in spite of the struggle, it happens because of it. The same is true for us. Challenges aren't meant to break us, they're meant to shape us, to stretch us, to help us uncover strengths we didn't even know we had. Changing your mindset takes practice. It requires you to reframe your thoughts and consciously choose to see opportunities where others see roadblocks. But the more you do it, the more natural it becomes. You start to approach life with a sense of possibility, even in the face of adversity. You realize that every difficulty carries within it the seeds of growth, and it's up to you to cultivate them. When you embrace this mindset shift, you stop being a victim of your circumstances and start being the author of your story. You begin to see challenges not as things that happen to you, but as things that happen for you. And that's when you discover that the power to rise above has been within you all along. When life gets tough and the road ahead seems uncertain, two forces can carry you through: faith and hard work. These are the twin pillars that can hold you steady, no matter how rough the journey becomes. Faith is the belief that things will get better, even when you can't see the path forward. Hard work is the action that ensures they will. Together, they form an unshakable foundation. Faith isn't just about hoping for a brighter day, it's about trusting that the challenges you face are part of a bigger plan, even if you can't see it in the moment. It's that inner voice that whispers, "Keep going. You're stronger than you think." Faith is what allows you to take that next step, even when the road is dark, even when the odds seem stacked against you. It's not blind optimism, it's courage. It's believing that your story isn't over, that the struggles you face are setting the stage for something greater. But faith alone isn't enough. You can believe in the possibility of a better future all you want, but without hard work, it's just a dream. Hard work is where faith meets reality. It's where you roll up your sleeves and put in the effort, day after day, to turn your belief into action. It's waking up early to chase your goals, staying late to refine your craft, and refusing to quit, no matter how many times you fall. Hard work says, "I'm not just waiting for a miracle, I'm making one." The beauty of faith and hard work is how they feed into each other. Faith gives you the strength to keep working, even when progress is slow or invisible. It keeps you focused on the possibilities instead of the obstacles. Hard work, in turn, reinforces your faith, because as you see the results of your efforts, however small, they remind you that you are capable, that you are moving forward, that you are building something worthwhile. History is filled with stories of people who relied on faith and hard work to rise above their circumstances. Think about those who have achieved greatness. They didn't just sit back and wait for opportunities to come to them. They believed they could achieve something extraordinary, and then they put in the work to make it happen. So when life tests you, lean on your faith to give you hope, and lean on your hard work to give you momentum. Together, they are unstoppable. They are the tools that will not only help you overcome challenges, but also turn those challenges into stepping stones toward the life you were meant to live. Purpose is what gives meaning to everything we do. It's the driving force that keeps us moving forward, even when the road is rough. Purpose is bigger than goals, it's deeper than ambition. It's the why. Behind everything, the reason you get up in the morning, the fire in your soul that keeps you pushing, even when the odds are stacked against you. When you have a clear sense of purpose, challenges don't just feel manageable, they feel necessary, like stepping stones towards something greater. Purpose provides direction. Without it, life can feel aimless, like drifting in the wind without a destination. But when you're connected to your purpose, every action, Every decision, every step you take becomes intentional. You're no longer just surviving, you're striving towards something that matters. It transforms obstacles into opportunities, not because they get easier, but because they serve a higher mission. When challenges arise, purpose reminds you of what's at stake. It's easy to get discouraged when things don't go as planned or when the journey feels too long. But if you're driven by purpose, you know that the struggle is part of the process. Purpose shifts your focus from what you're going through to what you're going toward. It gives you the strength to endure the hard days because you know they're leading to something meaningful. Purpose also fuels resilience. When you know why you're fighting, you're less likely to give up. The setbacks that might stop someone without purpose become moments of learning and growth for you. Purpose turns pain into progress and failure into fuel. It allows you to see challenges not as barriers but as teachers, helping you refine your path and strengthen your resolve. And here's the thing, purpose isn't always about changing the world in big, flashy ways. It's about doing what matters to you. It might be building a better life for your family, contributing to your community, or simply becoming the best version of yourself. Whatever your purpose is, it's yours, and it's powerful. When you live with purpose, you inspire others to do the same. Your determination, your passion, your refusal to quit, it lights a spark in those around you. Purpose isn't just personal, it's contagious. It creates a ripple effect that can impact lives far beyond your own. So when life tests you, come back to your purpose. Let it remind you of why you started and what you're working toward. Let it anchor you in moments of doubt and push you forward in moments of triumph. Because when you live with purpose, no challenge is too great, no obstacle too daunting, and no dream too far out of reach. Adversity has a way of shaping us in ways we never imagined. It pushes us, tests us, and sometimes even breaks us down. But within those moments of struggle lies the seed of something extraordinary, something transformative. Adversity, when met with the right mindset and heart, doesn't just challenge us, it inspires us to rise, to grow, and to create. Think about the most powerful stories you've ever heard, the ones that move you to tears or fill you with hope. Almost always they begin with struggle. The hero doesn't start on top, they begin in the depths, facing trials that seem impossible to overcome. But it's in those very trials that they discover their strength, their courage, and their purpose. It's the adversity that makes their journey worth telling. In our own lives, adversity can be our greatest teacher. It strips away the unnecessary and forces us to confront what truly matters. It reveals what we're made of and shows us how far we're willing to go. Adversity isn't comfortable. It's not supposed to be. Growth doesn't come from staying in our comfort zones. It comes from stepping into the unknown, from grappling with the hard stuff. But here's the thing about adversity, it doesn't just inspire you, it can inspire everyone around you. When people see someone rise from the ashes, it ignites something in them. It reminds them that they too can overcome their own struggles. Your story of perseverance becomes a beacon of hope, a reminder that it's possible to turn pain into power, failure into fuel, and setbacks into comebacks. Adversity also has a way of sparking creativity. When the usual path is blocked, you're forced to think differently, to innovate, to find solutions that you might never have considered otherwise. Some of the greatest inventions, art, and achievements in history were born out of moments of struggle. People didn't succeed because everything was easy. They succeeded because adversity demanded that they rise to the occasion. And let's not forget the empathy and compassion that adversity can foster. When you've been through hard times, you understand what it means to struggle. That understanding allows you to connect with others, to uplift them, and to build a community of resilience. Adversity, when embraced, doesn't just make you stronger, it makes you kinder. So, when you face tough times, remember this: adversity is not the end of the road. It's the start of a new chapter, a chance to redefine yourself, to discover what you're truly capable of. Let it inspire you to dig deeper, to reach higher, and to create a story worth telling. because the most beautiful moments in life often come after the hardest battles, and the light always shines brightest after the darkest storms. Now is the time to act. Not tomorrow, not someday, right now. Life doesn't wait for the perfect moment to present itself, and neither should you. Challenges will come, setbacks will test you, and fear will try to hold you back. But every great journey begins with a single, deliberate step. It's up to you to decide that today is the day you take control. The day you stop letting obstacles dictate your path and start creating your own opportunities. Action is where dreams meet reality. It's not enough to think about what you want or to wish for things to change. Change happens when you move, when you take the first step, even if you don't know exactly where it will lead. Waiting for the perfect plan, the perfect timing, or the perfect conditions is a trap. Perfection isn't what gets you to your destination, progress does. And progress starts with action. Don't be afraid to take risks. Fear is natural, but it doesn't have to rule you. What separates those who rise above from those who stay stuck isn't a lack of fear, it's the courage to act despite it. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. And every stumble along the way is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to grow. Your story matters. Your struggles, your victories, your journey, it all has the power to inspire others. When you choose to rise above, when you choose to act, you set an example. You show the people around you that it's possible to overcome, to transform challenges into opportunities, and to live with purpose. Your courage creates a ripple effect, igniting strength and hope in others. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Don't wait for everything to align perfectly, because the truth is, there will never be a perfect moment. The tools you need are already within you, the resilience, the determination, the vision. Trust that, and trust yourself. So what's your next step? Whatever it is, take it boldly. Whether it's a small adjustment in your daily routine, a leap of faith toward a new goal, or simply the decision to keep going when it feels easier to quit, make that move. Take ownership of your life, and don't let fear, doubt, or failure hold you back. This is your call to action. Rise above the challenges before you, not just for yourself, but for the world that needs your story, your strength, and your example. You have the power to turn adversity into triumph, to transform struggle into success. But it starts with a decision, and that decision is yours to make, right here, right now. Let today be the day you choose to rise. Thank you.